Hey guys, my name is Sammy and I'm here to talk all things Pilates. Okay, so what is Pilates? Pilates is a full body workout every single time. You're supposed to be moving your spine in every single direction every single time you do Pilates. You're supposed to be strengthening the entire body as a whole every single time you do Pilates. You're supposed to be stretching your spine, your arms, your legs, everything so that you are more mobile every single time you do Pilates. Pilates injuries are on the rise. And the main reason is that, well, there's like a lot of reasons. One of them being not actually doing Pilates. The word Pilates is not regulated. Pilates is very, very specific. Joe Pilates created it. Joe was an acrobat and a boxer and an anatomist, and he was an amazing anatomist. And he designed the order to, one, warm the body up properly, but each exercise that you do before the next preps you for the next exercise. So you're not going to jump into bridging your hips up and down as soon as you walk in, because your body's not ready for it. And I can't tell you how many times I have heard of people getting injured in Pilates. You may have seen a lot of classical instructors saying something like, just because it's done on Pilates equipment doesn't make it Pilates. It just makes it another workout using Pilates equipment. And Pilates is so much more than another workout. Are you a big runner? Usually, runners tend to end up having issues later on. You may not now, but you won't be able to run the rest of your life without pain. Lifting weights, not that it's bad to do. I mean, the best workout is the one that you're going to do. However, you see these people in the gym with all these big muscles and you wonder how they wipe their butt because they don't have the flexibility and the mobility to go along with it. I was a high-level gymnast. I spent most of my childhood and teen years training as a gymnast. Have you ever seen a gymnast's body? They are strong, mobile, flexible, and have good balance. And they're strong everywhere. Shoulder, arms, back, abdominals, hips, pelvis, legs, glutes, hamstrings, calves, feet, like everything. I've been lucky enough to teach a lot of different professional athletes, from football to soccer to golf, track and field. And I have noticed, especially since my son is now a soccer player, is they've had way more injuries or chronic, long-lasting injuries throughout their lifetime of playing their sport than I have ever seen with gymnasts. And you know, these other sports, they're hard. I'm definitely not knocking them. None of these sports take the amount of training from a young age that gymnastics does, because you're not flipping on a balance beam that's 4.1 feet off the ground and 4 inches wide, where you need control and your mind needs to master your body. Our minds are supposed to be in complete control of our bodies. That you will not learn in any other form of exercise. So while gymnasts do get hurt and they do have injuries, they're not tearing their quad consistently. They don't have SI joint issues all the time. They don't have sciatica all the time. They don't have a shoulder injury all the time, because they have strength, mobility, and flexibility around their entire body. So the only time I had ever been injured as a gymnast was once. Like, never broke a bone, never dislocated something, never sprained anything. I never even broke a finger. I did one thing where I landed short and I tore out the ligaments in my knee. So I had ACL, MCL, and medial meniscus reconstruction surgery. However, before I had the surgery, I was 11 at the time, and the first doctor that we went to see didn't know how to operate on an 11-year-old, and I ended up going back to the gym. And I was actually able to put a just random knee brace on from like CVS and train. Eventually, we found a doctor that would do the surgery on me. And after that surgery, he said the only reason that Sammy was still able to walk was because every other muscle surrounding her knee was so strong. That is why classical Pilates does not do a glute workout or a arm workout every single time. And it can be 2 reps of everything, and you can get through the entire mat order fairly quickly. But your goal is to strengthen your body body as a whole because everything is connected and everything works together as one. Your working out should really not be about, I want to look good in a bathing suit. You really have to change that mindset. This is about the longevity of your life. This is your health. This is more than looking good in a bathing suit. This is being able to get down to the floor and up to the floor when you're 98. This is being able to clean your animal cage without twisting your back. I mean, it's so much more. I can't stress this enough. And this, somewhat will bring me into classical versus contemporary, because I'll do a whole nother video on this, but just a little quick thing. Contemporary Pilates does not follow what Joe created. I am only classically certified. I have taken non-classical classes and I have taught at a few non-classical studios. Rule of thumb for teachers, if you're thinking about becoming certified, if you're classically trained, you can get hired at a contemporary studio, but if you are contemporary trained, a classical studio will not hire you. It usually is a little bit more intense and more training. People do it because they have a thirst for Pilates knowledge, taking continuing ed and constantly learning and constantly trying to better yourself. But that's the environment you really, that's what you want to be in. That's where you want to go take your classes. You really, really want to make sure that you are doing Pilates and you're not doing a workout that says the word Pilates. So Pilates is not only designed to give you the suppleness, the strength, the balance, the flexibility, the control that's going to improve your everyday life, but you will also have the muscular power and the endurance that you have been striving for. And the breath work is equally as important. If you've ever read Jay Shetty's Think Like a Monk, then you know that he learned to breathe first. There's a lot of breathing and breathing cues within the Pilates practice. I once taught a golfer that had been coming to me for Pilates for a while, and she said, I went and swam the length of the pool and back without even struggling to make it, which she usually did, because she had trained her breath. She had trained her control. There's so much more to it than just working out to look good. You will train your mind to be in complete control of your body. Pilates has a learning curve. It's not like you show up and we do a series of exercises with different reps and you're sore and you can't sit on the toilet, but you worked out type of a thing. We're working way deeper than that. The goal is to teach you properly. The same exercises that you will learn day one will become 10 times harder by your 100th session, because now you're able to work more and more correctly with the precision that Joe designed, which is very, very important. So when you're just putting your feet in the straps and doing frogs and leg circles, you're, pressing out, the carriage is moving, your legs are moving, you're going. And later on, when you're keeping your tailbone heavy, also connecting your stomach into your back, connecting your thigh into your hip socket, when you're actively using the backs of your legs, when your feet are working, when your arms are pressing, when your shoulders are engaged, when your head is working, you are working every body part in every single exercise eventually. Now, you don't need to have all the equipment. In this book, Return to Life, I will post a link to it. You can get it on Amazon. Joe lists his exercises in the original order. As stated in this book, if you do the Pilates mat workout in the order with precision and attention to detail and really striving for doing the exercises correctly, then your body development will start approaching ideal. And that is what you need for the longevity of your life. Now, once you've gone through your mat work, if you want to do a little extra glutes or arms or whatever, fine. And due to request, I will be making some of those videos, but please go through the basics videos, go through the beginner videos, work your way up, repeat until you have them, until you're doing them, feeling everything that you're supposed to be feeling. And I will start making more videos that go into a little bit more depth so you can understand more and more what that is before you just move on. At home, you are your teacher. So you really have to take it seriously and put everything you have into learning to do the mat order correctly. Then you can play with variations. So go do Pilates. Make sure it's actual Pilates. Feel free to ask me any questions about any of the videos if you're confused at all, and I'm more than happy to answer them. My goal is to help you do Pilates. Bye. Sammy out.